This is Thursday Thoughts for July the 30th, 2026, here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. Busyness is not discipleship. You'll have people that will think of Christianity as you're just busy doing a bunch of good stuff. Now, if you're being a Christian, being an imitator of the Christ, yes, you are going to be doing some good stuff. But being busy doesn't necessarily mean you're practicing discipleship. We have a good passage to remind us about this in Luke 10, beginning in verse 38. It says, "Now it happened as they went, that he entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word." Now, to sit at his feet, this is discipleship language. This is the language of a learner learning from their rabbi. And so she is sitting in the place of a disciple, hearing Jesus. We go on in verse 40, "But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she approached him and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore, tell her to help me.' And Jesus answered and said to her, 'Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away.'" It was good that Martha was involved with hospitality. That was a good thing. But the Messiah was there. And Mary was making the better choice. Even though what Martha was doing was in many ways a good thing, but Jesus was there. Mary was the one that was choosing the good part. She's at Jesus' feet, hearing his word. Folks, busyness is not discipleship. Just because we're involved with some good works does not mean we're being disciples. A disciple is a learner. If you're involved with good works, but you're not growing in the knowledge of the Christ, you're not being the disciple you need to be. It'd be a strange thing to talk about abiding in his word, which is what John 8:31 says a disciple indeed does. It'd be a strange thing to claim to abide in his word and never be hearing it, never be reading it, never be studying it. Busyness is not discipleship. You have a good rest of the day, and shalom.